Bonjour! The purpose of this recording is to review how to give the date and time in French. When telling time in French, the question to ask, what time is it, is this question here, quelle heure est-il? And this question can be answered in a complete sentence using the phrase il est, it is, then the French number for the hour, the word heure, and the French number for the minutes. So down here are some examples, but let's say it's 1 o'clock. I might say il est une heure. If it's 2 o'clock, il est 2 heures. 3 o'clock, il est 3 heures. 4 o'clock, il est 4 heures, and so on. And down here the examples with the minutes. Il est 2h10. It is 2:10. Il est 3h20. It is 3:20. Il est 5h30. It is 5:30. Il est 7h50. It is 7:50. See how the number of the minutes is simply added on to the end. No extra words are needed, just hour, heure, minute. If you want to use some of those fancier expressions like quarter till or half past and things like that, those expressions are et quart for 15 minutes, et demi for 30 minutes, and moins le quart for a quarter till. Down here you can see expressions that you would use for saying till the hour. So il est 2h40, it's 2:40, or I can also say il est 3h moins 20, it is 20 till 3. You can say il est 3h35, or il est 4h moins 25. It's 3:35, or it's 25 till 4. I can say il est 5h45, it's 5:45, or I can say il est 6h moins le quart, it's 6 or quarter till 6. I can say il est 7h50, or I can say il est 8h moins 10. So the word moins is used when you're talking about how many minutes until the hour. It literally means minus. Otherwise, you can always add on the minutes. Expressions like this are always correct, and like these here are always correct. These phrases and these subtraction phrases are optional, and they are things that you might hear. Please note you would never use moins with a number greater than 30. It wouldn't make sense to say it is 45 till the hour. You wouldn't use a number that big. You would only use numbers less than 30. To say at what time something is going to happen, or to ask about it, and this is definitely the more common way to use time, I might say à quelle heure, at what time, à quelle heure est la classe de français, what time is French class? And you would answer with à, and then your same time phrase like we did on the last slide. So instead of il est, we're using à to give our time phrase. For the days of the week, these are listed here. Monday is usually viewed as the first day of the week in a lot of countries, and France being one of them. So lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche, Monday through Sunday. And then if you want to say that you do something every week on a particular day, you would add le in front of that word. So le lundi on Mondays, le mardi on Tuesdays, le mercredi on Wednesdays, le jeudi on Thursdays, le vendredi on Fridays, le samedi on Saturdays, le dimanche on Sundays. Notice in French this is singular, and that the days of the week are lowercase. They're not going to be capitalized, and they're not going to be plural like we do in English. So singular and lowercase. When giving the date in French, this is the formula that you would use. You would say le for the, day, and then month. So here are your numbers that you use for the date 1 through 31. And then here are the months of the year. So I might say le 8 décembre for December 8th. Any of these numbers can be combined with any of these months to give your date. Use le, the number for the day, and the word for the month. So I might say le 19 janvier, le 26 février, le 10 mars, le 13 avril, le 6 mai, le 23 juin, le 4 juillet. Oh. Le 16 août. Le 1er septembre. Le 31 octobre. Le 5 novembre. And of course, le 8 décembre, our example here. When giving the day or the time, the date or the time in digits, so using numbers to express the date or the time, there's a few differences. The 24-hour clock is used in France, so if you're giving the time in numbers, like you were writing it down for someone, or if you were making a schedule, you would always use the 24-hour clock, and they write their time out using the little h to represent heure in the middle. So this would be une heure, 1 in the morning. This is also une heure, but this is the afternoon, so it could be also 13 heures, etc. Over here, when giving the date, the day always goes first. So they write their date out in the day, month format. So instead of it being the month and then the day, it's the day and then the month. So le 19 janvier, that's January 19th. Le 24 décembre, December 24th. Le 19 juin, le 7 avril, le 11 mai, le 14 septembre. You can see with all of these, the date has come first, and that kind of reflects the way that they say it. They say the 19th of January, the 24th of December, the 19th of June, the 7th of April, etc. So that's why the way it's written out in digits also leads with that day number first. So keep that in mind as well when you're thinking about date and time, and when you see it written out and you want to put it into words. That's a brief overview of time and date in French.